And we should also be joined by President of the Jamaica Medical Doctors Association, Dr. Renee Badro. I think we have Ms. Richards online at the moment. Ms. Richards?
Hello, good evening, Ashane.
Good
Good
evening
evening to
to you.
Radioland.
Welcome. No, tell us what exactly transpired today. Nurses walked out today because of environmental concerns. I noticed that things started off from Wednesday and it culminated today. What exactly are you seeing and what caused you now to reach this breaking point?
All right, so what started on Wednesday was some action by our nurses assigned to the accident. The concerns are many, so they complained a lot about overcrowding, unsafe working conditions, rodent infestation, lack of resources, among other things.
Mhm.
The culmination today, I would attribute to the fact that persons were just tired and fed up of the non-action by them, others to seek to remedy the situation. And one of the challenges is that every time something happens, any department, it is the nurses that get blamed, even when they have no control over the situation.
Mhm. So, what exactly is it that the standards are not being met? The environmental standards, the space is inadequate.
So we would have known that for the last 9 years, the Cornwall Regional Hospital has been in the news in relation to environmental issues. There have been attempts to sort the environmental issues out, but these have led to closure of main areas at this facility. Because of the closures, they have sought to remedy the situation by utilizing alternate spaces. So since it was A&E that the incidents occurred today, I'm going to talk about the A&E department. The A&E department for Cornwall Regional Hospital is now being housed at the Mount Salem Health Center, which is on the compound of the same Cornwall Regional facility. That facility was retrofitted, is not the best word, but I'm going to use it to accommodate the A&E, which is under repairs based on the environmental issues. That facility would have been able to facilitate 39 to 40 persons, patients. This morning, there were 115 patients in that place. That cannot be a human situation. And the nurses continue to work, and it is not just today. These situations have been happening prior to today. They have been happening prior to Melissa. So it's not a matter of something new. And we don't see anything happening. Nothing is happening to alleviate the problems. Interestingly, out of today's action, I am now being informed that some work has started on buildings that were impacted by Melissa to alleviate the stress and the strain from the existing A&E department.
Okay, Dr. Badro, I think you're online. We can bring you in right here. How does the situation impact surgical outcomes and patient care and patient mortality?
Let me just pause this here and say, blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the ways of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in his law do we meditate day and night. For we shall be like trees planted by the rivers of water, that bringeth forth our fruit in our season. Our leaves shall not wither, and whatsoever we do shall prosper. Welcome to the Calling Bell Show for this, the 17th day of January. Yes, my month. And say happy birthday to all Capricorns. Big up on yourself. Yeah, serious people we are, you know. I want to just welcome everybody to the show this morning because we have a packed show lined up for you. So many things happening in the news, and this morning we sharpen up our cutlass and we come against misinformation and bad information this morning. So we want to thank you for joining us. I'm missing something? Yes, we want to thank you for joining us this morning, everybody. Now, this show here is a receipt show. Yeah, whole heap of receipt we are come with this morning, you know. And we not play. Not playing this morning. So, share up the live. Share up the live, everybody. Share it up. We'll continue with this clip here from RGR Communication Group, which I consider the top media outset in Jamaica. I want to thank them for being credible and continue to be on the ball. So, just to do the welcome, share up the live, everybody. Let's go back to this Cornwall regional issue. And remember, we have the Auditor General issue from the University Hospital of the West Indies. Oh God, we have so much issues. We have the GPS issue, but let's go with this.
Hi, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Well, you can imagine if a healthcare worker is tired, they're stressed out, and they're burnt out. What we have in a situation that can be a nest for medical legal disasters. If you have a doctor who is seeing you and the doctor is tired, when you're tired, sometimes your judgment is impaired. For any person, anybody, judgment is impaired. That's a normal reaction for human nature. Now, with the almost tripling of the amount of persons or patients that can be accommodated, and the doctors that are there, the nurses that are there, and the staff that is there, we run the risk of possibilities that are not, that are not favorable for our patients. And for that reason, we have joined the nurses and agreed with them that this cannot continue. The hazards that exist, fire, biological hazards that exist, cannot continue. Patients being resuscitated on the ground or given CPR on the ground or on tabletop, wherever they can find, cannot continue. It's demoralizing to the staff, it's demoralizing to the patients, and we have patients that have self-discharged against medical advice because of this situation. And we simply just
Right, I think we lost her a while ago, but she's muted. Doc, I think you're muted. Can you unmute?
Yes. Right. So we are just saying that it simply cannot continue. It affects negatively the patients in the accident and emergency departments, and it affects not only to be honest, as Nurse Richard said, that the Cornwall has been in a very bad state from before. It's just that now the hurricane has arrived and destroyed Jamaica, the western side of Jamaica. Situations that have been exacerbated. So our simple word is this: that it cannot continue.
Are you getting enough resources in terms of medicine and other things to fully function and to carry out and execute your jobs? Dr. Badru?
There has always been a shortage in the health sector, and sometimes that shortage waxes and wanes. So sometimes it could be a shortage of necessary equipment that's needed for surgery, or necessary equipment needed for other medical procedures. So it waxes and wanes. So at this time, we'll be doing our own assessment in terms of what else is needed at the Cornwall Regional Hospital.
Nurse Richards, the CEO has stated that the facility remains functional and only lacks a few amenities like water. But is that the true picture? Is that the real story? What exactly is the real story on the ground?
Healthy and functional is relative. And functional to an administrative person versus functional to a clinical/technical person amounts to two different conversations. So a facility is functional because there's an open space and there are some staff that are putting themselves at risk, putting the lives of patients at risk, but they are there because they need to be there. And we say it's functional because there's running water and there's light, and we say that it is functional. But how do you navigate? I go back to the fact that this space was retrofitted to facilitate a maximum 40 patients. You have 100 plus patients there. How do you fit in 7, 8 nurses, 7, 8 doctors, patient care assistants, porters, security? How do you fit all those persons in that space to conduct their routine duties? I go to the simple taking of vital signs, where we check your temperature, your pulse, your blood pressure, right? How do we stand? You're not able to reach the patient directly. So you are stretching over one patient to reach to another patient to get their vital signs. We were taught in school to maintain privacy. That's a basic thing that we're taught to do because you want to maintain the dignity of people. We have people sitting on chairs for 3, 4 days. They're not going to get better. They're going to get worse. They come in for one thing and they are going to end up with other things because of the condition of the area. So to say that the areas are functioning, as I say, it is relative. What you say as functional for an administrative person is totally different from what the registered nurse or the medical doctor will see as functional.
All right, Nurse Richards, what would you say then is a non-negotiable that needs?
Have we gotten to the end of it? You see, we hear in this clip where they said patients are being resuscitated on the ground. Patients are sitting on chairs for 3 days. When other people say it, them say a lie. Big up to 1 p.m. Big up Christopher Tufton. Enough respect in every aspect.
No work. No safety, no work. No safety, no work. No safety, no work. No safety, no work. Today it must stop. Today it must stop. Today it must stop. Today it must stop. 150 patients in 2 buildings. 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 No apparatus for vitals. No apparatus for vitals. No apparatus for vitals. No apparatus for vitals. Nurses are at risk. Nurses are at risk. Doctors are at risk. Doctors are at risk. Patients are at risk. Patients are at risk. Can't save patients on floor. Can't save patients on floor.
When I hear that, I want to tell the nurse, shut up and go in the yard, go sit down. Shut up and work. That's what I have to say to the nurses and the doctors and the people of St. James. Shut them out and go sit down. 1 p.m. to the world. Box fire blade. 1 p.m. Shut them out and go in the yard, go sit down. Go to work. Do the people's work. And keep on a backside quiet. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Why are you all demonstrating? Why are you all protesting? What is that for? What? Work we don't have till you don't get what you want. Work we don't got till you don't get what you want. Tap on the eyes. Shut on the mouth. That's what I am saying to the nurses and the doctors at Cornwall Regional Hospital and to the people of Montego Bay. Yes, you must sit down on the chair. Wait till you get bed. Wait. Government is doing an excellent job. Excellent job the government is doing. What is the problem? Why not have little patience and wait on the 1 p.m.? Eh? We not run out boat. We not protest. Protest for what? Eh? Protest for what? What is the problem? We don't see the hospital working on. The hospital has been working on for the last 9 years. You said it. So if the work is going on, why you need to protest? Wait until it's finished. 9 more years. And I'm not joking with you this morning. I'm ungrateful. And I'm wicked. Bad mind. What to know out there? Tufton is the best health minister this country has ever had. What is no argument? Eh? What is no argument? Tufton is the best. Listen. Listen about Tufton. Let me tell you about Tufton. Tufton is top of top. Top of the
what
top.
a putrid,
Yeah, just like
facile
that. Just like that.
response.
Yeah, man. Just like that. Come on, man. Tufton needs to go. If me
Go
that
where?
run a ministry
What's wrong with your Ralston?
with all of them public contradictions and all of them things in relation to accountability, nobody would ask me for work. Would I just work?
What things are you
Just
talking
shame,
about?
just shame alone.
Because I don't know, is this you're talking about? In 2022, Dr. Tufton addressed an audit finding regarding 400 million in COVID expenditure, regulation breaches, characterizing them as management difficulties during the pandemic rather than misappropriation. Is that kind of thing you're talking
Those
about?
things are talking about.
Or are you talking about late in 2022 reports of a bacterial outbreak at Victoria Jubilee Hospital, resulting in the deaths of 14 newborns between July and October that year? Tufton faced heavy criticism for failing to report the outbreak to cabinet or the public for several months. Is that you're talking
Yeah,
about?
man, me gone from there to
Wait,
that, man. Me not stay.
sure because he blamed the outbreak on the staff shortages, overcrowding, and cleaning protocols.
That man
at
is
the
so
facility.
that man is so
And then,
incompetent.
but we had a World Health Organization report
Yeah.
which said
Yeah,
it's too technical for you and me. And
Yeah.
so we're not about to release it.
Yeah.
Is that you're talking about?
yeah.
Because see, with this you're talking about 700 billion over a 10-year period,
Oh.
where the ministry failed to submit required financial accounts to Parliament, preventing proper assessment of expenditure.
Yeah.
The situation became prominent in mid-2024, with media outlets highlighting the lack of financial oversight.
Yeah.
Is that you're talking about?
Yeah. Yeah.
Or is this you're talking about? The Integrity Commission found that Dr. Tufton and Elizabeth Donner, co-managing director of Market Me, failed to formally declare their friendship while the company was awarded nearly 80 million in government contracts from his ministry. Again, procurement issues were raised. Is that you're talking about?
Yeah, those are things that I'm talking about. Yeah.
Then how we can take a break?
Oh,
while
shit.
You see? That's what we're talking about. And they never mention the babies that died that Tufton said is the mothers not taking care of themselves cause it. That is what we're talking about. So what on the protesting about? September 3rd gone. Sit down and wait till you don't get what you forget. Keep yourself quiet. Protest what? What teachers must... Somebody in the chat room talking about teachers, firefighters, and other public sectors must protest. Protest for what? The best government is running Jamaica right now. What are you talking about? Keep yourself quiet. Keep yourself quiet. Everything is hunky-dory. Jamaica, no problem. Which poor people are suffer. There is no suffering in Jamaica. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Eh? What are you all talking about? Up and about? Eh? What are you talking about? Don't listen to me, no, man. Listen to me, man. Relax. Relax on yourself. Relax on yourself. Jamaica is being managed properly. Best management. Listen to this.
I can done the argument once and for
all. Hold on.
Ask for and lend is the only thing that is on the table at this time to this government. We have no discussion or communication, verbal or written, about anything other than the $150 million to bring back light by the end of January. That is the situation as of now.
Tell them,
so
Marcy.
Until something comes to me,
tell them.
There's nothing that I can tell. What I can say without fear of contradiction, that if we had followed...
Tell them, Vazi. Tell them. Nothing else on the table. What I talk about? Keep on yourself quiet. Tell them, tell them again, servers. Tell them.
I can done the argument once and for all. The $150 million that was asked for and lent is the only thing that is on the table at this time to this government. We have no discussion or communication, verbal or written, about anything other than the $150 million to bring back light by the end of January.
Madam Speaker, already I can say to you, you don't have to worry that the government is going to lend the entire amount, right? Already our international partners have indicated that within that package that's announced, there is about $450 million for JPS. And what that will do is allow for our loan of $150 million to be repaid back to us, so we get back the liquidity.
Hold on. Let's stop that.
The situation as of now. So until something comes to me, I can done the argument once and for all. The $150 million that was asked for and lent is the only thing that is on the table at this time to this government.
It happened last Tuesday. It's happened after that. The question about the loan to JPS, is the government prepared to lend the entire amount? I think that was your question. So the loan to JPS was $150 million US, so that they could accelerate the pace at which Jamaicans get their lights back, at which businesses get their light back. Madam Speaker, already I can say to you, you don't have to worry that the government is going to lend the entire amount, right? Already our international partners have indicated that within that package that's announced, there is about $450 million for JPS. And what that will do is allow for our loan of $150 million to be repaid back to us.
Morning, caller.
Morning, Colin. Morning, Mr. Bell. Good morning, sir.
Nephew in the house.
Calm down yourself,
the government
man.
is doing an excellent job. Isn't that what you wanted to say?
Mr. Move up your body like you're Michael Jackson. Calm down yourself. First of all, I want to make a correction.
Oh, yeah.
On your program, which I heard on your program and in the chat room. And your program has to protect its legacy and its credibility.
Oh, yes.
And it is clear that you have some PNP bloggers who is trying to use your program because of its popularity to spread political propaganda. And we're not going to allow them to do that to destroy such a good program. That is what affects some of my GLP people who say them are bloggers. They use the blogging program to spread propaganda and it kills them. You don't see them anymore. You will hear them vice elsewhere, but their program dies. The point I make, some PNPs propagandists try to use your program to say that extradition odds is here.
My
And
program?
they do it in the chat room. What I'm going to the point.
Eh.
They do it in the chat room, and then I heard, where your guy will come on your program.
Who, Obi? Our head boy? Nevio? Where Nevio gone?
Me not gone, man. Me there here.
Who you talk? Obi, our head boy?
It sound like a head boy. It sound like a head boy. Who were giving the impression that one of the reasons why the SSL people were arrested is because the former finance minister fly in the island to inform the government that there is some extradition order is either on his way or about here. And if you arrest them and put them before the court, then it's going to be different. It's going to be difficult to extradite them while they have a matter in the court.
Uncle, it's not difficult. If they have a case to answer in Jamaica, anybody that there's an extradition order for them and there's a case to answer in Jamaica, they have to answer the local court first before they are moved to the US. So that is a fact. Now, whether or not extradition orders are here for people, that is hearsay and speculation, because I have a link that tells me that 7 is here. I don't know if it's true. Me just get that. So people can state their opinion, But let's deal with some facts, Nevio. Let's deal with some facts. People are sitting on chairs at Cornwall Regional for 3 days. Is that a fact?
Based on what the head of the nurse is saying and the doctors is saying, I have to give, because they are the one who work in the institution, and they must know.
And if they say it, we are going to believe it, don't?
We have to.
Therefore, Andrew Holness and Christopher Tufton doing a very good job. Well done, 1MP. Well done, Dr. Tufton. Nevio, the nurses and the doctors said they have to be resuscitating people on the floor and on table. Is that a fact?
Mr. Bell.
Is that a fact?
Bell. I can't dispute it. I don't work there. They do, so they're not going to come out and lie like that.
Yes, and therefore, well done, Dr. Andrew Michael Holness. Well done, Dr. Christopher Tufton. Well done, Dr. Horace Chang. The Labour Party government is the best government. Now that you want me to say? Talk to me, Nevio.
Good morning to your producer. Calm down, Mr. Ben.
I am calm, Nevio.
Motor vehicle.
People must pay for the decisions they make. The people in Montego Bay, they must pay. They must pay.
Why you not giving me a chance to answer to what you're saying to me? You're just giving me a chance. Motor vehicle per year involved in a certain amount of accident. So it's clear. And a certain amount of people will lose their life. You're not going to say because of that motor vehicle is a bad thing. Plane is a bad thing. I say that so to say this. Yes, we do have this condition at the Cornwall Regional Hospital because other hospitals within its surrounding have been affected by the hurricane, and we have a lot of people affected by the hurricane. So the
Uncle.
influx of patients has been increased,
Uncle.
and we have this year. And furthermore, the hospital is still under what you call
Uncle.
reconstruct. Yes.
Uncle. We been,
Yeah, I'm listening.
The
I'm
cheer
listening.
argument and all of them days before the hurricane, we hear them, you know. But hear this. You mention a car. If you have a bus and you're going to hire a driver, or a car and you're going to hire a driver, would you hire a driver who crash every month?
No, you couldn't never do that. That will be maddening.
So that means Tufton and Chang and Andrew Wellness doing a good job, nephew. Have a good morning, nephew. They're doing a very good job. That's what you want me to say, and I'm saying it this morning. They are doing excellent. Excellent.
You beg for Labour people to come to your program to challenge you.
But you're not challenging me. You're not challenging me.
You're not giving us the time. You're running us because you just can't stand up to the heat in
challenge
the kitchen.
Me with something. Everything I say from morning, you agree, you know? You agree with everything I said. Challenge me.
We just...
Where am there? Nephew, come back, man. Come back, uncle. Uncle. Why are you not hearing,
I'm
uncle?
here. Something wrong on your side. I'm hearing you loud and clear.
All right, may I hear you now?
Yes. We just have starting tell us that unemployment is at 3.3% after Category 5 hurricane hit more than half of the country, and the unemployment is still low. We just have in the Ministry of Security where murder is down by a significant number. A certain amount of people have been alive. And you want to, despite all of those things, you still see the government performing poorly. Mr. Bell, you're not being fair this morning.
You hear me? Nephew, don't tell a lie for me. That's why, hey, Labour right lie or no lie, so. You hear me this morning say the government not performing well? Everything I said this morning is that the government is doing an excellent job, and you come here to tell a blatant lie for me, nephew. Why you tell lie for me?
You are doing it through Macri. You are doing it through Macri. You're using it to Macri because you don't mean it. You don't mean it, Colin. You are doing it through Macri.
Nephew. Let me ask you something, nephew. How many hotels have closed their doors since the hurricane?
The last time the minister President Edmund Bartlett update us on that, is that yes, we have some hotel which have closed the door, but based on the amount of hotels we have, that number is a very small number.
How many people?
That is what
How many people got laid off at Bahia, Principe?
I heard some people were saying something like over 300. I have no, I think I heard some figure quoted there. I have no evidence to that. But if you have the correct figure, you can share it with us.
We're going to bring on Ralston in a little while, and we're going to work out how many people would have lost jobs since the hurricane and out of job to show you that what Statin come forward with is a blatant lie.
And just before you go, Ralston told us on your program, included you, that Statin is the people we must listen to, not the politician them. And Statin has given us that figure, so we must listen to it. I am here listening out for Ralston.
All right.
Don't backtrack yourself, though.
All right, nephew.
All
right, nephew. But Statin is under control now. Statin can't talk no truth. Ed boy.
My brother, let me say good morning to you.
And morning to uncle.
Of course, I'm going to say morning to uncle, nephew. Remember the man that sent me a man, you know. Him support the wrong side, but him head kind of a good guy.
Yeah.
So I'll give him the respect and the due. Because one thing with nephew, he's very respectful. Yeah, you have to give men. and you have to give our uncle the respect. No,
Yes.
let me tell you, let me respond to uncle in saying that there's one thing nobody could accuse me of, it's propaganda. And I'll tell you why. If you want me to go further, maybe they send him to find out whose name is on it. Yeah? Maybe. But I am not making any retraction of my statement to say that that Mr. Dr. Nigel Clark came to Jamaica and he had a meeting with the Prime Minister. That's a statement of fact. And if you go and look back last year, December, you would see that Dr. Nigel Clark was in Jamaica. It's a fact.
I'm listening, Ed boy.
No, let me go further. Not only should these SSL people be extradited, but they should be recommended for proliferation. You know what is proliferation? People who are selling weapons and bullets. Yeah? So they should be charged under the Terrorist Act, and they should be referred to the United States because the amount of bullets that was found at their house is sufficient to start a war.
Is what, 4,000?
4,000.
Tala.
So let them know. Let them know for sure. That is one thing with me, you know. The same way I have my friends in the PNP, I have my friends in the JLP. Same way, and I can always get any information I want. Now, let me deal with facts here now. The facts are Christopher Tufton over that UWH board, right? Because we're going into facts now, you know.
Yes.
Every single ministry this guy has operated under, particularly he has been the longest serving Minister of Health in the history of Jamaica, you know. The longest serving Minister of Health.
And the best serving Minister of Health.
Man, you must lick your head. Best what?
Oh, you mean? Then hold on. Then Ed boy.
Best at paying 80 million for something we shouldn't pay for.
Ed boy.
Yeah?
If a man tell you, say, I go and refurbish the hospital for $2.2 billion. And to date, he has spent over 15 billion and tell you it going to reach 23 billion and still have him job. He must be the best.
But I want him to come and tell me. And I'm asking the minute, because we can ask the questions, you know. That's why I love to ask the questions.
People are sitting on chairs in the hospital for 3 days. People are being resuscitated on the floor and on table. Can't get a bed. You have space that's supposed to have 40 patients, having 115 plus doctors and nurses and porters and security guard, and this man still have him job. He's got to be the best.
No, but I want to ask Christoph Tan, is what you know on Andrew Holness make him can't fire you? Yeah? That's the only question I want to ask him. And my other question will be to Christoph Tan on a serious note, right? Why is it that the same firm now, that is doing Cornwall Regional, that it was handed over? Remember, Cornwall Regional went through 3 construction firms, you know?
Yes.
Yeah? 3 construction firms. Primarily, I want to ask Christopher Tufton, is anyone a part of the cabinet of Jamaica, right, including yourself, anyone of you under investigation for dealings with Chinese state enterprises? I'm asking the question.
What? Repeat that question.
Is there anyone in the cabinet of Andrew Holness, including Christopher Tufton, I'm asking, is any one of them under investigation for their dealings with Chinese state enterprises? And let me tell you where I'm going. If you look at one of the requirements, everybody getting up in Jamaica and getting up all in the feelings, oh, the America is this, America is that. Rubio told us when he came to Kingston what was the issue. He says the issue is not so much the Cuban doctors, not so much the Cuban nurses. He says it's the presence of the Chinese. Let us not make any mistake about it. And I am not inadvertently against the Chinese, because there's America not giving nothing. And sometimes only the Chinese them help with to be factful. However, Colin,
yes.
I asked the question in light of this, because if you realize Gisco Alpart, and you can raise the discussion with our learned Ralston, right? Gisco Alpart has been shuttered from 2019.
With aluminum now hitting record prices.
And why it cannot be opened?
And we need production in this country.
It will not reopen. And I'm calling Floyd Green to the front of the line. because I have facts that confirm why they're instructed Jamaica to discontinue the relationship with Jingzhou. I'll tell you why. Jiso, which is Disco Alphard, its principal company in China is called Jingzhong, right?
Jingzhong.
Which is a state-owned enterprise. Yes? Now, this is the issue that the Americans have, and I agree with them. This is the first nobody hear me agreeing with America. I agree with them. We cannot allow state Chinese enterprises to come into Jamaica and take over major contracts from other people who could get them. I want to ask Nestor Morgan, is there any truth to this, that the American government has said you must discontinue the spark with China Harbour Engineering Company, which is a state company of China? That's why the spark not sparking.
Hey-ya, hey-ya, hey-ya,
I compare all of them this morning in a Colin. I compare all of them. Every single one of them. Let me ask the Prime Minister Holness this question. When you met with Secretary Rubio and Minister Vaz was in that meeting, did Secretary Rubio instruct the government of Jamaica to discontinue oil exploration with United Oil and Gas? If they did, what was the proposed alternative? Was the proposed alternative a company out of United States that's now operating in our LNG space? I'm asking the questions.
Questions are being made to ask, my brother. Ask your questions.
No, I want to ask that old thief in one from, I won't call where he's from. In relation to the energy portfolio, I want to ask a question. Under whose instruction was New Fortress Energy, and the largest LNG distributor in the region, sold to Accelerate Energy? Under whose instruction? Was it a specific instruction from Washington, or was it an instruction from the minister? I'm asking the questions. Is Accelerate Energy, which now took over the new LNG plant in Jamaica, will they be engaged in oil exploration?
Whoopee!
I'm asking.
Let's say no hile. Let's say no hile no out there.
That's what you think. You
Them
realize
say
you
no
no
hile
longer
no
hear the
out there.
discussion? You remember a man had said on a platform in Portland, I can't go home now. I have my grand picnic them to take care of.
And I never Portland he said. It was at conference when him say him need another term for him children and him grandchildren.
Right.
It was in the national arena.
As I go, I can tell people why. Because the favor was given by a former ambassador to such man. And such man now owes the favor. And the favor is now being called in our energy sector.
Is the ambassador involved? Is the ambassador, the former ambassador, involved in energy?
No,
energy
but he's
business?
a broker. He's a broker.
Holy.
Colin,
Yes.
all I can say as I go, the Jamaica Labour Party, let me tell you this. This is going to be one of the roughest political years for you in your entire 15 years. I am saying to the people, take to the streets. Take to
For
the
what?
streets.
Take to the streets for what?
Colin,
for what?
If we don't, no, I'll tell you what I'm saying for what.
Yeah.
One, $512 million unaccounted for.
So what?
UW. No, so what?
What you mean? So what?
So what?
Head boy. We never tell the people them before the election that these people are ripping and raping the country. These people are liar and wicked and they are uncaring. We never tell them before the election.
Elections. No, but I am of the view. Nobody hear me talking this thing. Never hear me posit these things. Not everything, including Angela Brownberg has said it, and Fitz Jackson, when you interview them, not everything in the election of 2025 was kosher. We know it.
Let me tell you something, boy. I am of the opinion that with the incompetence of this government and the corruption that has been showed before the 2025 election, nothing that they did or tried should have been enough to put them back in government. The people were complicit. Majority of who voted for them. Them the people should even get 10 votes based on all that they did.
Colin,
and the fact that people go out there and vote for them and campaign for them, I say more power to the government. Do no thing, September 3rd come and gone, who no run things. People go sit down, who are suffer down a west, stay suffering and wait. Who are suffer Montego Bay, take on suffering and wait.
Well,
political decisions have consequences. Election have consequences. The people of Jamaica, those who did not vote, who no must feel it, hold it. I can run,
Hold
I
it.
will run.
Hold it, Delroy.
Hold it. Yes, man.
Cool,
What
cool.
talk about them and protest what? The nurses must go sit down and do them work.
As I go, I am with you. Look, I know you're doing your satire and your comical satire, and I enjoy. But let me tell you, if no one wants to go on the street, be prepared. I will lead them on the street. And let me tell you why.
I'm not going with them.
No, you don't have to come in.
Those of us,
one thing with me,
those of us,
all my life.
Hold on it, boy. Those of us who put everything out there on the line before the election to educate the people, give them the receipt, show it to them. And the people went out. Look at West Portland. Look at West Portland. People go West Portland, go vote back for Darrell Vaz. There is
we
nothing.
know what happened in West Portland, Colin.
Listen, people vote for him too. Tala, people vote for him.
Yeah, but Colin,
He
you
never,
know.
listen.
Between Orange
whatever,
Bay, the amount of money.
Whatever.
But hold on, Colin, the amount of it's money that.
Then if you sell your soul, you must feel it, brother. If you sell your soul.
No, but hold on, no, Colin. Colin, you know how the Vaz's campaign more than anybody else. What they do, they keep you hungry, and then they come.
But Bob Marley tell we why we not listening.
Yeah?
Bob Marley say they keep you to political strategy. They keep us hungry. And when you have to get some food, you have to fight your mama and your papa. Why the people can't learn? There was a time, boy, when I was sorry for them. I know. You see, my pity is for... Hold on. My pity is for those who went out and cast their vote for a change and didn't get that change. I sympathize
those people
with
should not be allowed to suffer with them. And that is the point I'm making. So you have raised the issue. And I'm saying those people who did not support these people, who did not put them there, and is not in support of what is happening.
But what about...
It's not very far in terms of the number. Hold on, Colin. It's not very far from in terms of the number. Let me use what is happening in Venezuela. You know how America is destabilizing Venezuela? There's an opposition leader named Karina Machado. She never ran in an election. But she's now been touted to be the president of that country. Why? Because the opposition forces in Venezuela was so united against Maduro that they gave the impression things were so bad in the country that the situation has to be fixed. I am simply saying, instead of getting up here every day, making noise, right? Khalid, if these guys continue to plunder the treasury of Jamaica, when we go there will be no governance to govern, no government to govern,
take it all.
no resources to spend. Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph, I will call him Wreck-It Andrew, and Wreck-It Vaz, and Wreck-It Tufton, and Wreck-It Floyd Green. Yeah, they all would have wrecked it and would have had no country to govern. So the people must decide now.
Look at
Are
St.
you going
James.
to save Jamaica or take it to the streets?
Ed boy, look at St. James. Look what they're doing with Cornwall Regional. And the people of St. James gave them back 4 out of the 5 seats. Eh? And then
but you know what happened in St. James.
And then they're
the
coming
very
out.
Trucks were parked right at the Member of Parliament for West Central St. James. Tell her to come sue me. These are my views. And we have pictures of it. A truck, a financial institution truck was parked there.
Then
Monies were being distributed.
Yes, these people take it. You could have taken it and vote them out same way. You never did have to take it because
Colin,
all who take that money now broke.
The philosophy of the JLP has always been this. They keep the people hungry. Colin and a man, I don't think you know the suffering of ordinary people. But I'm telling you, when you go into some nooks and crannies of Jamaica, right? And you look at how the places are and the suffering some people, a $5,000 for that person is like a $50,000, you know, Colin.
Then them pay you for suffer for the next 5 years, you know.
Yeah, but Colin, is not everybody understand that concept, brethren. When a man hungry, the only thing in his mind is to eat the food now and deal with the problem after, you know. That is the issue.
Man
and so
shall not
we
live
know.
by bread alone. Man shall not live by bread alone, and sometimes you have to face a little hungry. If you know what a fasting can do to your health, brother, when you
Oh,
fast.
God, it's very good. I do it
Hello.
regularly. It's very good. Yeah. Anyway, brother Colin, I'm gonna free up the line and give somebody a chance. Keep up the good work, brother, and let me say to your listeners, with all Colin has just said, let we occupy the streets. Let the same way how the United States is ready to move certain leaders, let's create a sufficient warrant in case for the United States to come and look at some of the issues we are facing. The word is love.
Blessings. Let me tell you something, people. I have put my entire survival at risk trying to educate the people of this country, trying to say to the people of this country, it's time to wake up and shake up. I want to listen. So guess what? Anything you want. Anything you want. I'm going to take one more call and then I go to rally. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the Colin Bell Show.
Morning, Colin.
Morning, sir.
Yes. Have you noticed that Canada has signed a $1 trillion contract with the Chinese?
Everybody are moving from America now.
America is a dying empire.
Yes.
And the Canadians should start go and join the Brits. The petrodollar is dying. You know what I mean? You know, so people need to be aware of it. Yes. Canada have signed a $1 trillion contract with the Chinese, and they intend to also increase it.
And our teacher Ralston Iman has been saying to us at nausea, we need to look at other places. We need to diversify. But we don't listen.
Yeah, I think Jamaica need to try to sign a big contract with China with the Jamaican coffee, because China have a wide market for coffee.
But we are afraid to do it. You hear the questions where Ed Boy asked a while ago? I wonder if you listen to the questions. China owns one of our backside plant in Jamaica. Aluminum is at record price now. Jamaica is short on export, and the plant can't open. Why?
Well,
China not short of money.
You know the only reason why? The level of corruption that is in JLP party, and they have messed with the American investors, the people who put money in the banks, and they get caught up stealing the people money. So they are cowards. They don't take standards, and if they make any move, the American government may just say, come pick them up. You know what I mean? So they're just trying to buy the way out. You know what I'm saying?
Why we didn't vote out this government, brother? That is my question. Why we didn't vote them out?
Well, that's a good question. I like to give you the answer, but it's very sad, you know.
With the poor performance, with the poor performance of this government, I am saying if they had spent $10 billion, them should have still lose the election based on their performance. Nothing else but their performance. And people went out there. Some never take a dime to go vote. Remember me tell you that. Some never take a dime to go vote for them. Some take 2,000, 5,000, 10,000, 20,000, 50,000, 100,000 and go vote.
Well, Colin, the Jamaican have sold their soul to the devil. That's what they done in the election. They sell their soul to the devil.
Then when you sell your soul to the devil, you must go to hell.
Well, that is true.
So like Angela Brownberg said in the parliament, they must burn in hell. And I pray to God and hope that the people are facing the suffering most are those who voted for the labor rights. I hope they are suffering the most.
Well, it affects the younger kids on the road, you know what I mean? And it's a sad story, you know what I mean?
Sell out them pick the future.
Yes, that's what they do, you know. Anyway, I would like to touch on the Michelle Charles saga.
Thank
you. Know what I mean?
Thank
that
you,
okay?
Yes,
that okay?
Man. Yes, man.
if you should ask your grandmother to analyze the Michelle Charles situation, you know what your grandmother would say? She not cut fan and good cloth.
Tell her.
And if you ask your grandmother, what do you mean by that? She said, let's pull the curtain. And then when you look back, you see a person what they call, I call him this street kind of thug, Colonel Charles. He has a track record in the 70s for weaving havoc on the Jamaican people, chasing the Jamaican people and some people around the island, you know, with his gangs of thugs behind him. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's the person that Michelle Charles Clark is cut from. He's a street kind of thug, and that guy should be in prison for the rest of his life.
But why would I hear this?
Blood.
Why would I hear this Michelle Charles thing in mainstream media? I don't hear it on the mainstream media yet.
Well, they say the same thing, the Jamaican people, they're calling good evil and evil good. You know what I mean? That's the sad thing about it. You know what I mean?
That is why this morning, good evil. That is why this morning me change with them. So me a big up the government, because if good is bad and bad is good, then if you big up the government, that means you are saying that they are doing garbage. So the government is doing an excellent job.
Well, calling something the Bible tells you, it says that there are times when people then call good evil and evil good.
Yes,
you know what
man.
I mean?
Yeah,
but the reality is that Michelle Charles is cut from a cloth with her father blood on his hands. He's a street kind of thug, and those are the people that they take up to what you call it by the garden and give them awards. They have given Christopher Tufton award this year for doing what I don't know. That's insult. Is that insulted the intelligence of Jamaican people?
They have given Christopher Tufton an award for wrecking Jamaica's health system. Kudos for wrecking it. So people will die for a lack of medical care.
And the sad thing about who are the people who are not doing these things? You know what I mean? It's selecting this guy and giving him a award after the guy is running the health system down to the dirt. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But they have a tradition of giving people award for wrecking the country. It's been going on for quite a while now. Colonel Charles get one, and the Jamaica fake Mother Teresa, which is Babsy Grange, she got a tug. She also get a water.
Call
you know what I mean?
I'll go and run because I need to call Ralston. Here?
Take care, mate. Take care.
Blessings. You see, my listeners and my viewers, me tired. Me not telling no lie. Me tired, but me no weary. It cannot be that all these things are happening in Jamaica. All these things are happening and people still have them how much $1 million a year job. Incompetence on show. But people still keep them job. Whole heap of baby dies. People still keep them job. Ralston Iman, morning and welcome, sir.
Yes.
How are you doing this morning?
Good morning. Yeah, morning.
Beautiful, beautiful. Raleigh, Jamaica, lock short on export. Why is it that bauxite plant down there in St. Elizabeth cannot be opened?
I think that's the Prime Minister and the Minister of Mining.
Minister of Mining is who? Floyd Green.
Floyd Green.
Tell us what.
It would be an overall cabinet. It would be an overall cabinet decision, so the Prime Minister would have been the man who has to answer that question.
Tell us what aluminum is fetching on the world market now.
$3,000, 3,000 US per metric ton, and the projections is for it to go to 4,000 because of the heavy demand.
And these are record prices now aluminum is fetching on the world market.
Record prices.
And
record prices.
And Jamaica has declining export.
Correct. And Alpart is the biggest bauxite plant in the country, and it is owned by the Chinese. So
and it is closed.
Maybe that is, yeah, man, it has been closed for quite a while.
So the largest bauxite plant on the island, owned by a Chinese company, is closed, and we know China no short of money.
No.
So why are
and the
we
prices
so?
And we need the exports.
So why are we so quiet on this rally? I know you've been talking, so I'm not talking you.
I've been asking the question every day. So the question is, why is the Prime Minister and the government so quiet and the so-called sector leaders who say they run private sector organizations and them have an interest in the economy, like JMEA, PSOJ, Jamaica Chamber of Commerce, yeah.
And the people of Jamaica are under pressure.
Yeah, man.
And this
every dollar for exchange.
What amount of money could this potentially bring into the country annually? Roughly.
Yes, sir. That could move the exports of bauxite and aluminum to maybe 1.5 billion US.
And where is it
a
now?
Billion to a billion part. 500 million.
So this could have stepped it up by another billion.
Yeah, man.
Because this is the largest plant.
Yeah, man. And it could employ some more. It could employ a whole lot more people. Remember, it was St. Elizabeth where the hurricane mashed up to, you know.
So, Ralston, the government not really interested in an export then. Raleigh? Where Raleigh gone? We lost Ralston? No, he's still here. Raleigh?
Well,
that means the government is not really interested in export. Raleigh?
Yep. Big money.
Hold on. I'm not hearing you so good, Raleigh. You're dropping out a bit. Let me put on the headset, see if it's better. Yeah. You're saying, Raleigh, that this could bring large amount of money to the Jamaican economy. So why is the government not pushing, and why are the people not pushing for this?
Jamaican people don't
know why Raleigh breaking up. Raleigh, you're breaking up a little bit. Let me hang up on Raleigh. Let me hang up and call you back because you're breaking up a little bit. Let me call you back, Raleigh, because that line, I don't know if it's that line itself giving me that problem. So let me try another line for Ralston. We have to hear the teacher, you know. We have to hear the teacher. So let me try him on another line and see if we can get better, because, you know, we deal with quality. And see, it's ringing. But we're trying to get back Ralston on another line, see if we can get the thing cleaner. You know? No, it's ringing. So let's see. So we have Raleigh on another line. Raleigh?
Yeah, man.
All right, you hearing me any better?
Clearly.
All right. Yeah, so you were talking about the bauxite and the people and the understanding. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm saying to you that the people don't understand what is going on. The so-called sector leaders don't have any use. And I'm saying to you that maybe the reason that the government is foregoing all of this money from the bauxite and aluminum plant is because they do not want to anger the stupid Donald in relation to China.
So what is the U.S. giving us, Raleigh, that we are bowing to them? What is it that they are giving us that we are giving up this?
All right, well, the U.S. is our largest market in terms of trade.
Yes.
And we have 1.1 to 1.5 million people living in the U.S. 67% of the remittances come from the U.S. 70 out of every 100 of the tourists come from the U.S. So that's the kind of luck that the U.S. have Jamaica on an economic terms. And the U.S. also said they have information on people in the Caribbean, leaders in the Caribbean who are involved in nefarious activities.
And that is not an opinion. That is not careless argument. That came out in the indictment against the Venezuelan president that got to the court.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Similarly, the relationship in terms of trade and tourism, those are empirical figures, can't be disputed.
So that is why the Andrew Holness-led administration will not pressure China or the Chinese company to start the backside.
Right.
Some people have the opinion that when Marco Rubio came here, and we remember when Barack Obama, President Obama, came to Jamaica, he spoke about our relationship with China.
Yeah, man. They remember Obama stopped the Goat Island project. So is a U.S. policy where them say them at Monroe Doctrine, them run around us in them backyards, them don't want too much China man or Russian man in them place.
Well, I don't know if you heard the
That's
interview with an American journalist and the Prime Minister of Barbados, and when she brought up this argument about backyard, me or Matt, let's stop her. I said, no backyard around here. We are neighbors.
Mm-hmm. Well, them not see China. Them have the power, so you know, they must say, yeah, me and you can go and chat what you want to chat. So we have the power. So we can
badness. Now, Raleigh, as it relates to Statin came out with some figures the other day saying that unemployment. Huh?
Yeah, I'm gonna say to you, them have the power. So if you notice the list now about non-immigrant visa, that is another shot to them send at us, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because them things they have immediate effects on the Jamaican economy. Yeah. So for example, all of them you know graduate and their plan to fly out all of a sudden, them have a problem now. Yeah, all them on the immediately pick up a standpipe who used to run the business around the embassy. The one of them on the business cut off now. So you look on a new dynamic in the legal area and all of them things there. So those are sort of things where them used to pressure where you can get the man them afraid. You follow me? I said to you.
A man afraid to lose them visa.
Yeah, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Yep.
All right, Raleigh.
So,
Statin came out with some figures saying that unemployment after Hurricane Melissa is at 3.5% the same way?
Mm-hmm.
What do you have to say about that?
3.3 downtown from well, we're 17 officers yesterday. What I have to tell you is that the director just David, that's boy, you know, I want to, we can't afford that. I need to come and clarify. Yeah, so we have the director general of Statin on
Monday morning. You have the director general of Statin. Raleigh?
Monday at 9:45 in my studio, sitting right in front of me, because we're access.
Well, I don't know why we're having problem with the line.
Yeah, man.
Go again, Raleigh. You said Monday morning, 9:45. Raleigh? We're not. Okay, Raleigh's back. Raleigh, you said 9:45. You have the Director General of Statin. That's Miss, what's your name? DeCosta. Hello?
Yeah, man, yeah, hear me.
Go ahead now. We're hearing you now. Go ahead now. We weren't hearing you a while ago. Raleigh? We weren't hearing him a while ago. We're not hearing him again.
Yeah, and I'm saying to you that I never called her. She called me frantically and said, I heard the conversation.
She heard your conversation yesterday morning. Give us a little bit of what was said yesterday morning. Our madam producer having serious problem with this. Raleigh is reconnecting. Don't know if it's me or him. My signals are up. Go ahead again, Raleigh. We lost you a while ago again.
Yeah.
Not coming through at all, my brother. Not coming through. Not coming through, Raleigh. Let's hang up and try again.
We immediately questioned it.
Raleigh, let me hang up and try again, because you're not coming through at all, bro. You're not coming through. Not coming through. Let me try. We want to hear that argument, but it sounds like Raleigh's saying that the Director General of Statin will be on Real Business Monday morning to talk about those figures. Let me try Raleigh on another line. Try him back on this line. Let me try him back on this line, because I want to hear that piece of argument there. Really want to hear that piece of argument. Raleigh, I could try you back on this line. We heard absolutely nothing that you said about Statin.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yes, go ahead now.
I'm saying to you that we saw the data and we immediately questioned General of Statin. How is it that you only went into the field between the 5th and 11th, and the hurricane it devastated agriculture, which is 250,000 persons. Tourism, almost at tourism. The governor of the Bank of Jamaica said that, the minister said that 20,000 people in BPO lost their jobs. And many of the people in Kingston, wholesalers and retailers who used to do business down our country, them are lay off people because the business fell by 3,800 to 1.41.
This is not working out this morning at all. Reconnecting again. It's not working out, Raleigh. You drop off again, Raleigh. Go start back from tourism.
I said about 100,000 people out on tourism.
No. We have to work out this different. It's not working out. Not working out at all. Not working out. We're not hearing Raleigh clearly. I don't know if it's us or him, but it's not coming through, and that is kind of compromising the quality of the broadcast this morning. So we're going to have to work out another way to get to Raleigh to get that information. But that argument coming from Statin is not something that we agree with. And obviously Ralston doesn't. So he said that the Director General of Statin will be on Real Business Monday morning, 9:45. We have to catch that. Yes. Power 106. So we're taking your calls. 876-804-7072. We're taking your calls right here on Portland Spice TV. Because we know where we know, you know. And we now make nobody fool we. If you want to make them fool you, you can make them fool you. But we now make nobody fool us and take us for clowns, because we are not clowns. We know that there's no way that unemployment after Hurricane Melissa can go down. That means more people get employed after Hurricane Melissa. Rubbish. How much people lose them work after Hurricane Melissa? What are them people here, man? Them take people for clown. Them take people for clown. No work, so. I want to listen to this. I could go to this man here.
Of the restoration, and that is the JPS and the electricity restoration. First of all, as committed yesterday in Parliament, let me clarify a particular statement that I made in Parliament yesterday, which turned out to be erroneous information given to me by the Jamaica Public Service, where I indicated that in one instance, 40 miles of lines were rebuilt with over 1,000 poles from Ferris Cross to Hodges, Westmoreland to St. Elizabeth, to restore approximately 2,000 customers. That information was incorrect. Work has started with 100 poles that have been laid so far out of the total amount of 1,000 poles, it's about 40 miles of roadway. So it will take some time, but again, the work has started. So I want to apologize for the misinformation that was. I will make sure that it is corrected on Hansard, and also to say very clearly that the information that I stated was erroneous and incorrect.
In the statement on page 5, it says that in one instance,
Daryl Vaz
40 miles
apologized.
of lines were rebuilt with over 1,000 poles from Ferris Cross to Hodges, Westmoreland to St. Elizabeth, to restore approximately 2,000 customers. Is the minister aware that that is a proposal and that has not yet taken place? There is no rebuilding of lines that has taken place from Ferris to Hodges in St. Elizabeth. To go further, Mr. Speaker, there is not one customer of JPS in Eastern Westmoreland that is currently with electricity. What? Not one. Of the 17,000 persons, customers in Westmoreland that are currently without electricity, over 10,000 of them are from Eastern Westmoreland. Approximately 60% of them are from Eastern Westmoreland. They say the substation is paradise to come so you can service Darliston and Betheltown and other areas up in the hill. And then from Magati so you can service White House and other areas down on the flat. They have a proposal to do that restoration. But as of today, there is no customer in Eastern Westmoreland with electricity supplied by the JPS. None. Not one. Not one single solitary one. One dege, none.
Easy, Dayton. Easy. Easy. We have a caller holding. Caller, go ahead.
Morning.
Morning.
Yeah. Just before Ralston came on,
yeah,
I was listening to you speaking to Head Boy.
Yeah.
And it's not everything that you said I generally agree with. Couple of things that you said I disagree with. But you said the point that you made, a very solid point, that the election has gone September 3.
Yeah.
And we are running a democracy where the majority rules.
Yes.
The people choose, the majority choose to vote back in corruption and cronyism as against transparency and accountability.
And integrity.
I mean, without a doubt. So what you say about the suffering of the people is something that they should be prepared to stand by the decision that they make.
Yeah, man. Deal with it.
Yeah, so, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, near Head Boy, I say a satire. But when you say no satire, you actually state what the facts are.
Deal with it, man. Deal with it.
Yeah, man. The election just gone, and when Head Boy, I suggest, even if anybody come out, they are going to be in the minority. The government will laugh.
Well, I tell you, I'm not going out there with nobody.
And say, boy, election just gone and the people spoke. Won't I go?
I'm not going out there with nobody.
That would be ridiculous, brethren. It's not even a year yet, you know. You can't do that, Ed Boy. It don't make sense. If a year or two did pass and you said this now, then probably you would have some justification. But a couple months can't pass.
Carla, there are justifications, you know. I'm not going to say there aren't any justifications.
I'm not going to say that either. I'm not going to say that either. But I'm just looking at the bigger picture. Of course they are. As he stated, that several thousand did not support the government. But no matter how much thousand didn't support him, those are the minority, quite frankly.
Majority of who voted supported the government.
We're not, thank you very much, sir. So you and I are not, we're not say there isn't justification. Of course there is. But as me say, when you look on the bigger picture, like yourself, I can't help but calling this morning to endorse that, you know, I where you said deserve a lot of merit. Election just gone, brother, and the people speak. I mean, hear you prior to election and hear you point out things and educate the people, and not even that make any difference.
We try our
Quite
best.
frank.
We try our best,
Yes,
brother.
man.
I have been victimized, you know, politically because of the things that I come out and talk. They can't sue me because it's the truth.
Politics there.
They can't sue me because it's the truth, but they try to stop my bread.
Yes. Right.
You understand? And that not stop me from talk. But when you go out, them and go vote and go vote for corruption, vote for incompetence, vote for a lack of integrity. Man.
Right. And if people, as the head boy said, him happen to know that votes were being sold for various amount of monies. And people see it on camera too.
Brother,
so
let me tell you something.
If a government go to that extent to do it, then the government still can't be legitimate, you know, if you really check it out, you know.
Let me tell you this.
But they want to hijack democracy.
Carla.
Yes, sir.
You see what Ed Boy said about the vote buying? Me see it and we stop it. You know how we won East Portland? Because everywhere the people who were about to buy the vote go, we were right there with them. And we have a phone in our hand ready to video them. We in East Portland came up with a strategy to stop the vote buying because we were ready to video them, take their pictures. We were out there driving because we know them, you know. We know them. And when we see them drive, we send a vehicle with the one, they send a vehicle, and we run them down all day. We were monitoring them. So we know that they were out there buying the vote. And I joke that.
So, all right, so if that is true, and it happened in various other constituencies, so you're looking at me and telling me then that democracy has been hijacked again.
Yes, man. Then hold on. You never hear we talk about don't sell your vote before. Why you think we did that? Say not sell it, not take the money for it, not do it. Why you think we've been saying? Because you see, in the election that I ran in Carla, you have a place near Bellevue. Up there, so they thief the election from me. Yeah?
Yes.
Voting went on.
But you have to do about it. What I have to say about this. If you were to look at the vote buying, and that would definitely have an impact. You have a set of people who voted without any buying or selling of vote. They just vote.
And that's why I said that there are people who voted for the GLP who never take a dime. They just go vote for them because them say a for them party that and they so them a vote. So I know everybody will vote take money. Plus you have a lot of people who sit down and never vote.
Yeah. But the one voted and say for them party. It's sad. Them now look on the bigger picture, the impact on Jamaica, and when people do that, it's really sad. So hence me have to really call for lend my support to the stand where you take when you talk to head boys, sir. Because election just gone and the people voted them back in.
Yeah, man.
So them can do anything they want.
All right, my brother. Respect.
Yes, sir. All right, cool.
Blessings. 876-804-7072. I want to try back Ralston because I want to get that piece of argument there with starting, you know. Because some people don't understand that when you have a dictatorship, which we have in Jamaica, certain entity now becomes controlled by the government and have to carry government line. You understand? So we look forward to that interview Monday morning. Really look forward to that interview Monday morning. And to see what this lady is going to tell Ralston Monday morning. Let me try him back. See if we can get him back. If we can hear him clear. Because there are some things where we have to fix up. Yeah, Raleigh, I could see if we can hear you again.
Yeah, man.
Tell us about starting now. You're telling us about the whole thing with starting.
Yeah, well, as we say, as well, I asked when we got the numbers, we raised the questions as to.
Raleigh, we're now reconnecting again. Look like. Go ahead, Raleigh. No, we're not hearing you.
The rest.
We're not. Let me try and call you straight, Raleigh. Let me try something else. Let me try something else. Yes, caller. Good morning. Go ahead.
Yes, Colin. Yeah, you see the last caller.
Yeah.
And Ed Boy. I support Ed Boy 100%. Because the thing is, when you look at the difference between the winning at the JLP, is a small margin.
If you win by one, you win, brother. Politics now second place.
I know that. I understand with that. I understand that. But at the same time, we cannot sit down and see what is happening in the country. And we're going to say we're not going to hold the government accountable. The Prime Minister said we must hold every government accountable.
Yes.
So we, the people who have intelligence and understand what's going on, we're supposed to go out there and hold the government accountable. And
True.
It's supposed to be consistent. Not sit down. I don't even agree. I don't agree for PNP to go out there. I think the people who voted should go out there and hold the government accountable.
Hold on for me, caller. Hold on. Raleigh, go ahead, make us see if we can hear you upon this.
Yeah, man. So I was saying, we raised a question as to how the reference week was the 5th to the 11th. The hurricane came on the 20th, devastated agriculture. Agriculture is 7% of the employed labor force, 250,000 people. 100,000 people lost their jobs. The minister just repeated that last week. The BPO sector, some 20,000 persons lost their jobs. The labor force employed dropped by 3,800 to 1.413 million. The number of persons outside of the labor force increased to 693 million by 6,300. But they're telling the country that the unemployment rate dropped from 3.5% in July of 2024 to July of 2025. We start to raise some serious questions about starting. So, about 3 o'clock in the evening yesterday, our press secretary called me and said, "Oh boy, Miss Lucky Buddy, I heard the conversation and she wants to come on the program. And she wants to come in studio, she don't want to talk on the phone." So I say, "Yeah man, Monday morning 9:45.
Whoa.
Tell about good journalism. We never call her. Then call me and say them they listen to the conversation. And she wanted to come into the studio and talk to me face to face. Yeah.
And that conversation was with Ralston, with Simon?
Yeah, man.
Yes, so you see
about 3 different times. So we can come here and say, "Yeah, man, we can come." Because we want to clarify it, we say, "Yeah, man."
So what is it they're going to clarify? We look forward to that with bated breath, Ralston.
Yeah, man. Correct. With bated breath. We want to hear what I clarify because what to them said this bogus data business now don't work. Yep.
Because
the unemployment rate is now about 25%.
About 25%. Because agriculture in St. Elizabeth is totally out.
Yeah, man.
And they cover part of people who are employed.
Yeah, man. Agriculture is totally agricultural fisheries. The money will catch fish.
Yeah.
Yeah. 250,000 people. That is 17% of the workforce, brother.
And people lose them boat. People lose them farm.
Precisely.
And then got tourism. What amount of people in the tourism sector lost their jobs?
Let's just release something. I said only about 60 to 70% of the country's housing stock are function. So out of them, the rest remaining 30% of the people out of work. 200,000 people work with tourism. So I look at more than 100,000 people. Yeah, BPO sell down by about 20,000. A lot of the distributors them in Kingston, yeah, we used to send things go down our country. Nobody not down there, so the money must lay off some of the people into. Yep.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Well, we're going to start
Notice the Prime Minister office still run ads the poverty rate at 8%, despite the devastation caused by
and unemployment is 3.5%.
Yeah, man. 3.3 now. Yep.
And they're talking about misleading information. Who is misleading the people here?
The Prime Minister and the
Raleigh, we're having an issue with the phone. I know what it is. You know the situation. So we're going to sort out that phone issue. That when we link up again, we can link up that way.
Yeah, quickly, and the BOJ mapped up another 26 billion this week, and the exchange rate is now 158.31. Bogus exchange rate.
Voodoo economics.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. PR not supported on the ground by reality.
All right, my brother. We'll talk.
All right, blessings. Yeah.
One love. So, there we have it. Monday morning, people. Real business. So, Nevio, yes, Statin is the organization that's supposed to give us the information. But when you have a dictatorship, Nevio, which we have in Jamaica right now, and tell all of you vloggers and bloggers to come challenge me that Jamaica is now a dictatorship and a banana republic. And we say that without any fear or favor. Thing now work. Caller, you are calling. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. Morning, how you do?
Thank you for calling.
Me see man.
Huh?
Sunday morning read the. No, I'm saying me see man the call last week Sunday morning read the information I send me that I get with respect to the extradition thing. But anyway, past that. Head boy depends something here.
Yeah.
With this party. Right, in my community, from me, we have some good road. And the man them dig up the road. Everywhere I come into the road, dig up.
Yeah.
From me. And today, January 17th?
Yes, today's the 17th of January.
Pure mud. And me not see China them here from about September, August, September. Because Chinese they do the construction.
Yeah.
They will lay pipe, hydrant, sidewalk, everything. A pure mud at daytime.
Pure mud.
Taxman no want come in the area. Nobody you can't walk. Because mud. Once the rainfall, you can't venture out. And mud. Because them dig up the good road them.
Wow.
And I from me that.
And them are going like said the roads are okay. Roads are in deplorable condition in Jamaica right now.
You say, so I go on with the contract because if I from me, you dig up the good road, lay pipes. Right now, this is my pipe then. Hydrant I put on. And no work now going from about August, September.
Which
So
area,
something
where are you? What is your area?
Me pen Mike area, man.
You mean Mike Henry?
Yeah.
I know Mike
Yeah,
area
you
again. That I did one time.
No, but me. Yeah, man. A place
Brother.
called Ingold.
But you see, it's sad. You have a government in power for the last 9 going 10 years. And they take responsibility for nothing at all. Everything they want, blame PNP, former PNP administration. And the people of
We're gone
Jamaica.
30 years ago.
Yes. We're gone 30 years ago. But aside from my brother, thanks for the call.
Yeah, man, cool.
Yeah, man. 876-804-7072. This is the Colin Bell Show on a Saturday morning where we speak the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help us, God. The voodoo economics that is running Jamaica coming to light. Go ahead, caller.
Yes, Mr. Bell.
Blessings.
the thing what me really mad about, you know, sometimes when me hear the man them talk about Golden, say Golden now move fast or not. Golden nothing do nothing in Jamaica more than when doing on my brother.
Hold on, what do you mean Golden
Mark
now move
Golden,
fast?
Mark Golden,
Move
Mr.
fast
Golden.
pan what? What he must move fast pan?
No, I'm not saying to move fast, you know, Mr. People.
So what they are saying you must move fast pan?
Move fast by really seeing the people get help who get.
No, man, if they wanted Mark Golden to move fast, they should have made him prime minister. If it was the PNP in government, a lot of people in the West would have get back house already. Roof would have put on already. And I listen to the prime minister talking about the grants that they are going to give. And I am saying to myself, is this man for real? You're giving people $70,000 or $75,000 to fix back, Madam Producer, to fix back the roof we blew off already.
Can't do nothing now.
No, but if you fix back that roof we blew off, hurricane season start back June. What is going to happen when our next hurricane come this year?
That me talk about because listen to what I say now. Mark Golden put out a plan and don't the PNP take money and go vote against the plan. So Golden for just sit back and make it play out, and if a man want to vote back for Labour, right, then vote back for them and then vote and vote and vote. Because now nothing can do Jamaican people more than going down when put out there the plans to them kids, the plans to them country, and Jamaican sit down and take money against it.
Yeah.
And vote for the government.
Yeah.
You see what I deal with? So if you just play out, because the people them not change, there's nothing.
Yeah.
The camera them can do. Nothing. So the people them feel it.
Brother, there's somebody there this morning, you know.
You see what I deal with?
All right, there's somebody there this
so
morning.
If you just play out, my brother, if you just play out, come with nothing, roll up and now and go on like so well then, and then mash up the economy and them willing to fix it back. If we left and make it play out. If you play out, my brother, trust me, if you play out.
Well, we are looking for it. We're looking
you
for it, sir. Blessings. Thanks for the call.
Bless man.
Yeah.
In one instance, 40 miles of lines were rebuilt with over 1,000. 5 minutes, Mr. Speaker. 5 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, the member's time for speaking has expired. We ask that it be extended by 5 minutes.
The request is on the floor. Those in favor, those against, the ayes have it. Minister, you may continue. 5 minutes.
In one instance, 40 miles.
40 miles were rebuilt with over 1,000 poles from Ferris to Cross to Hodges, Westmoreland to St. Elizabeth, to restore just 2,000 customers. Mr. Speaker, restoration decisions are guided by societal impact, not just customer count.
Hold on. Just getting a call, somebody saying that Darrell in the parliament did not say JPS told him. No, the minister or ministers will not say that the information come from whatever organization. But we understand how these things work. It would be information they got. The one that he witnessed was the one to Roaring River. That's where he went. And I don't know how many of you remember when Dwayne Vaz came on this program. Look from election till now. Why they didn't put generator at Roaring River to give the people them water? It's just the 15th. What was that? Day before yesterday. That current got to Roaring River. What happened to the generator? We have a caller holding. Go ahead, caller.
Yeah, morning, Mr. Bell.
Morning and welcome.
I mean, Teddy Lee here.
Blessings.
Yeah, all right, so I'm on a different political lines from you. Everybody know that. All right, so two things. With the employment thing, I'm not familiar with no propaganda and no spin. The all starting to them employment thing is that, like, for example, you lose a work today.
Yeah.
Them now go to county as unemployed. I think maybe I can go for somebody from starting and ask about Ralston.
Well,
I think for them thing maybe a month. or a 2 month if you're unemployed. If you're unemployed for 2 months, them take you off of them employment thing.
Well, hold on now.
So I can fact check me up. Yeah,
Hold
you
on.
can fact check that.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Ralston is going to be talking to the Director General of Statin Monday morning on Real Business at Power 106. So make certain we listen to it.
Yeah, man. So I move on from that. All right. So elections have consequences.
Oh, yes.
The people, including me, vote for the jail fee. You know what I mean? So therefore, so we are going people are going to protest. No, I don't believe that makes no sense. At least give the government a 1 year to prove themselves in terms of
do what? Give them a 1 year to do what?
Yeah, man, at least prove themselves. And
But Teddy,
by the way,
Teddy,
yeah.
You remember that this is not a new administration. They have been in power for the last 9 years. You remember that?
Yeah, we know that. But if you are, so a government get a mandate, a charter, and people have a protest, what, January or February, like, how is that? How that makes sense? Can I try to understand?
All right, I want to help you with that.
Sense overall.
I want to help you with that, how that makes sense. Because, but me say me would
after
go
a major after a major hurricane, because none of we never predict my
Let me ask you something though.
You know?
Let me ask you this. You said you voted for the GLP. Why?
High crime rate, you know what I mean? Employment and those stuff. So nobody put it to like and also a lot of road development, infrastructure development and those stuff.
Hold on.
So don't believe a lot of people vote because of quote unquote loyalty to the party. People look and basically you know, compare both administration, the crime rate. The main reason why I vote is because of the lower crime rate. You can't take that away that from any one who vote for the jail thing because of that. Yeah.
Hold on. So you're saying one swallow made a summer for you?
Of course, the lower murder rate.
No, but hold on.
Basically can impact the economic and those things. You want to have a lower murder rate that would solve a lot of things. We know that already.
Hold on, but hold on.
Tourism,
hold on a little
tourism,
bit.
Yeah.
Hold on. That lower murder rate that you speak of, it is for 2025, and in September 2025, that low murder rate was not confirmed yet.
It was I think it was 4 hours. So I think it was 30 hours. So at least for the mid maybe August we know it was 400 and something. So it was the police updates was basically say it is going down and down. So we didn't know, so at least estimate maybe it will be under 900 for the year.
Right.
You know what I mean? So vote, and also last year we had a low murder rate.
But
so even though we never hit under 1,000, it was showing that it was decreasing.
But let me ask you something, Teddy.
It was, by the way, it's not murders alone my vote, you know?
No, but let's look at the murder. Are you aware that of any prime minister that ran Jamaica, for however long they ran it, the most murders committed under this prime minister? Are you aware of that?
Define that one. For a year or like for
the
10
term,
year period.
For his term, for the last 9 years.
1 term.
For the last 9 years, the most people got murdered in Jamaica under Andrew Holness as any one prime minister. And PJ Patterson was prime minister for about 14 years.
Yeah.
And more people got murdered in the 9 years than in PJ Patterson 14. Are you aware of that?
All right, here I know. All right, so me understand everybody love play the politics.
No, I'm just ask if you're aware of that.
All right. So how much person murdered from 2002? All right, so Portia Simpson Miller.
Nuts.
2012 to 2015. How much people get murdered?
I can't tell you. Come here, Madam Producer. Let me just draft. I think it's in the flight.
And by the way, we can't compare 5 years to 9 years.
But can we compare? Hold on. Can we compare 14 to 9? Not the flight pack. Not the where you see the whole paper them. Can we compare 14 years to 9 years?
Yeah, but people could argue that under PJ Patterson the over 1,000. So remember under PJ Patterson first reach over the 1,000.
Yes, but
so we have to kind of be careful. I'm not saying we just all right. No, but give the government credit for the lower crime rate. Now it's like we are going to group up some numbers like
no man.
We had murders at least over 1,000 for the past maybe 8 years. So we are going to add that and say, all right, over 9,000 people murdered on the wholeness. And it's like, yeah, go remember, like if PNP was in power from 2011 to now, like, would I have the same argument how much people murdered from that time?
Yeah, man, me can tell you all of the figure them. I gotta tell you all of the figure them because
but when I say better we don't go, when I say overall people and we I say vote buying, like me, nobody not buy my vote, so me not understand.
But you hear me say it clearly. You hear me say it clearly that there are people that didn't take a cent to vote. You hear me say that, don't?
Yeah, me know, yeah, but me I say sometimes I can tell the callers them say, hey, I know like the vote buying is like when I try to say put PNP lose. So maybe on the need to do some investigation and say, can I believe some poor candidate selection under their heart?
But also Teddy.
No, we understand bring Wickham and Elo Trelawney and other. That are the reality.
Well, we shouldn't.
Someone have some poor candidate
That
selection.
is one of the seats that we shouldn't lose. Yeah? Let me
so
tell
you. So you're going to blame vote buying our candidate, or why you don't blame for that?
For that seat? You said it.
Yeah.
Candidate selection.
No, but some of your listeners must have vote buying. So
no, but remember, say me I talk to you. Me and you talk. So you have to talk to me about what me say. Because listeners have their own opinion and idea just like you. So you can't challenge
so
me.
Kingston, what call Central Kingston? Because that's supposed to be a win for a vote buying or
Lawrence Rowe and maybe and vote buying. Lawrence Rowe and vote buying cause Central Kingston.
Lawrence Rowe.
And vote buying. So let me tell you now. Let me tell you. Under PJ Patterson for 14 years, yeah? 13,710 people. Yeah? And how much people wanna say get murdered this year? Last year, sorry. Last year.
Yeah, man, under 700.
Tell me how much? 600 how much?
71 or 61, something like that.
All right, so 600, and me use a lower figure, 61. Hold on, sorry, 661, 661. Hold on there. 661.
Boss, we can say if you go for any number from 8 to 19, 8 to 8 to 9.
Hold on, man. Hold on.
Boss, yeah, we can go for them numbers.
661 plus 1, 2, 4, 5, 6. Hold on. So under Andrew Wellness, 9 years, 13,117. Under Andrew Wellness, 9 years. Yeah?
Yeah, but what was his strategy? Yeah, but when he came in the office in 2016, the 2015, what was the murder rate in 2015? Can we are using?
Hold on, in
2015, the murder rate.
In 2015, we had 1,202 people murdered.
So times that by 9. Let's say the PNP was in office for the 9 years.
No, but you can't just use 2015. Yeah. In 2014, it was 1,005.
All right, so let's use 900. It still wouldn't be over like the 8,000 or something.
No, but
like
you can't check it. So we have this is not speculation, you know. But this is not speculation. These are facts. We not speculate on the numbers.
The numbers.
And we not say what if. We not, because we could have tell you say if I did PNP, maybe nobody wouldn't dead. If we are dealing with what if, we're not dealing with what if. We are dealing with the data, the hardcore data. That's what we are dealing with. Under Andrew Wellness, 2016, 1,354. 2017, 1,647. 2018, 1,287. 2019, 1,339. 2020, 1,323. 2021, 1,474. 2022, 1,498. 2023, 1,393. 2024, 1,141. And then 2025. Those are facts. We're not talking about if.
Yeah, all right.
What if?
The other fact is that 2002 to 2007, since we bring a PJ.
2002.
What was the stats there? 2007.
Hold on. 2002. I don't have 2002. Yes, sir. Let's see.
But I think maybe they have 100,000 murder, or maybe one of them
Yeah,
here
man.
they have
What?
But I think one of the year them they have over 1,600. No, so
No, man.
the highest murder rate ever.
The highest murder rate ever. 2009 was 16. 2009 was under the GLP. Hold on. 2009 was under the GLP, which was
Them
and
have,
that
them
was
have a thing when
that
you
was
them say
1,000.
per
2009.
index or something.
2009 was 1,680. That was under the GLP. 2000.
Yeah, man, but I think in a 2005 or one of them years that they have the highest murder or something like that. We're not saying in terms of, I think, per capita now, I think them. All right, so we're not talking about the raw numbers, I think, under the GLP. But
numbers,
but when I say the people and vote, when I say we all know all of that data, I will vote for the GLP.
So let me ask you
the crime
something.
rate go down lower.
When you voted for the GLP, did you put into consideration that for on average for the last 9 years, the economy only grew by 0.8%?
Of course, we put in that. Remember COVID and a lot of things coming. Remember, the economic was doing well before COVID. Now, you know that, right?
What was the well?
Remember, just look on.
All right, let's look at.
You can ask Ralston.
No, man. Don't think me. No, I am not a dunce. I am not a dunce. Let's look at 2016 to 2020 or to 2019. COVID started 2020 April. So let's look at 2016 to 2019. You said the economy was doing well. What was the growth? What was the growth? What was the growth number? What was the highest percentage growth we got to in that 4 years?
You can put it up now. Almost a 2 point something or something like that, right?
I don't think you even got to 2%. Remember that we were promised 5% growth in 4 years. You remember that?
Yeah, man, 5 in 4.
Did we get there?
Yeah, we're not going to say the government. We never get there.
All right.
But the government, at least the last part of 2019, should be going towards that. And then
going towards what? Did they get to 2% in 2019?
Remember, an article did come out around late 2019, Sarah. They realized that the 5 in 4, whatever, and they got to shove forward. Maybe you can say it was because the election year coming up or whatever in 2020. But the administration basically said, guess what? The government never accomplished that. We can agree with that. But we can't say COVID never do nothing.
No, and as I said to you a while ago,
the government win by a land. The government won by a landslide in 2020. So
because them trick we call election in a COVID. But remember when I said to you,
come on, boss.
Was the election called in COVID?
Yeah.
Was the election called in the middle of the pandemic?
Yeah, like other nations. Remember, I think even UK, one of them countries have elections.
The question I may ask you, was the election called in a pandemic?
Yeah.
All right, so you call the election in
so
the
why
middle.
your voter never come out? Why the voters have never come out? Because one party of them voters come out while others. So you go blame the, like, I don't know, the supporter, your supporters, basically never come out.
Because the Prime Minister tell the old people, them said, people who have COVID are okay to come vote. So them shun the people.
So Joe Biden and those are no, not Joe Biden. Trump and other people never said the old people are impacted. Remember that the scientists are saying are scare everybody. But when I say the government win that and then win again in 2025.
Yes. And I not go around that.
So I say like
I not argue about that.
But I say your party can blame yourself in terms of maybe select people and those things. You need to maybe looking at the miracle.
Yeah, man. I agree with that.
So all right. So if the next election maybe we not continue with it, boy, we're not going because of buying a vote. We're not going to do like looking at the mirror in terms of all for win.
Well, we have to do some retrospection. We have to do some retrospection. Okay. There's no if nor but about that. You understand? So,
but when I say just look the unemployment number, I think as I say can Mr. Iman maybe a list so.
Well,
I think
as I said to you,
I think all them do is starting them do it is that unemployment is like I think after 3 months.
Well,
if you're unemployed.
Well, tell you what.
According to them reasons that you can out of one job for a week or 2 or a month, but you will get back.
And that's understandable. But for the quarter, And when you see that everybody lost their job, you couldn't come tell you that unemployment is down from 3.5 to 3.2%. That's rubbish. Rubbish.
Yeah, yeah. And I agree, because me, I one of the man them will say unemployment rate will go down lower. If all media think in terms of if I lose a job for a week or so, but all me kind of get to understand how them do them thing is that at least maybe a month after you maybe get fired or unemployed. You know? So most of them people will lose them back in October, November. Some of them may be gone back now.
No man, lose
the
their work.
majority of them. So,
Well, no, but we are aware that a lot of
hotels and in place said it.
And a lot of the hotels they move out and say they're not going to reopen until next year. So, but we're taking another call. Yeah, respect. Thanks for the call.
Bless up. Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. 876-804-7072. Yeah, my brother. Welcome.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Morning, Colin.
Morning. Talking on the phone. Kind of a little bit low.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, much better.
Listen, I was listening to that caller and the caller before. And, you know, when you look at life and look at the strategies that people employ to make themselves relevant or to defend their beliefs or their associates, it is strange. Couple of things real quick. Unemployment rate in Jamaica. Colin, where on earth or under heaven could we ever see Jamaica over the past 10 years at 3% unemployment? Where? We don't have a vibrant agricultural we call it society. We don't have factories running. We don't have something like the free zone in Jamaica where, if you remember, me and you, where people come all the way from Clarendon for work.
Yeah.
Right?
But
the tourism alone, something.
My brother,
go ahead.
How they do the calculation of unemployment, right? Hold on. And it's not new. So we have to accept it because it's not new. What they do, if they come around and do a survey, and I say, I am not working, but I am not looking at job. I am not counted in those who are unemployed. You understand? So
yeah. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people don't understand how they arrive at these things.
So they
get
are,
up and believe it.
They are close to about 400,000 Jamaicans who are not counted on the unemployment list, who should be in the workforce, but they are not looking at job because the jobs that are available in Jamaica are low-paid jobs. If you take them, they're going to cost you more than if you're not working. Like Delroy Chuck came out and made a statement that he went down to the western side of the island and spoke to young people who tell him that they're not going to work in the tourism industry because when they get pay at the end of the week or the end of the fortnight or the end of the month, they can't find bus fare and lunch money to go back to work. So they don't want a job. They're not looking for those jobs. Go ahead. Go ahead, caller. We lost the caller. No, man, he's still there.
Are you hearing me?
Yeah, man, go ahead.
Yeah, that is in fact a big truth. I spoke to one young lady in St. Ann 2 years ago, and she told me that she lives in Richmond, St. Mary, and it takes her 4 taxis to get to work in Miami Bay. And I said to her, so how you manage? She shook her head and she took a while before she answered. She said at the end of the week, I don't know, but I still have to get up and do something.
Well, some people prefer to do something than sit down and do nothing.
Yes. So this thing, it is as I use the word trickery for what they put out, but it is not a what you call it now, a natural, truthful figure.
So
it isn't. I don't have to look far to see it.
Monday morning is going to be very interesting with Ralston Iman and the head of Statin. Going to be very interesting.
Yeah, because him go up against a think tank now, so let's see how them handle him.
Yes.
All right. So moving on real quick, because you know you're going to make other people call. Yes. Crime, Colin. You and me come from one fraternity, though. We're not foolish. We know what crime is.
Yes.
And this thing, I'm going right back to my first point of calling, where the powers that be use strategies to misinform, indoctrinate, and con people.
Yeah, man.
they're talking about reduction in crime. Reduction in which crime? Let us put a balance on this now.
Reduction
What
in
do you
murders.
consider?
Murders.
Thank you. That's the big problem. And even that figure, it is unrealistic because we cannot, for truthfully saying that this number is the concrete figure that people were murdered.
Yes.
Okay? We know that the police killings, many of them are in fact murders. Because you and I know that when it comes to sick.
Caller? Hello? Hello? Yeah, caller, you and I know. Miss you from there, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. When it comes to the way we see some people getting killed by security forces, you and I know that this is murder. When you think of the process, the training process, the security forces go at, well, I don't know if it still is a good one.
I don't
they're
think
supposed to be doing.
it is as good. You know, I was talking to I think it was a corporal. We went at a school to do something, and some soldiers were there, and they made a presentation. I made a presentation, and after the presentation, we were talking, and I told them of my service. And when I told them that I was intake 69, the man said to me, "But that was when you had real soldiers and real training." Man said that no longer take place, brother.
Okay. So that figures into what I'm saying. But the average man on the street does not understand, right? And when you think of the purpose and what the police should be doing and what we see they're doing now and what we hear of them doing, it is believable. Because as far as I'm concerned, when you talk about you go to a house, you have a man, whether or not you have warrant or you broke into the place or whatever, and a man reached into a drawer and went for a 38. How things get to that stage?
Oh, yeah. And a man come at the door and let you in. How him get for reach for your gun after him come at the door and let you in?
Thank you.
Joke.
Thank you. He should be like, if you have a problem with the man, put the man in a handcuff and search the place.
Yes. Yeah.
And the only thing should have come out of that if you find a 38 in the place, the man was held with a 38 revolver.
Yes, and him go and him face the judge.
Right. So the natural thing of it is, if me and you upstairs at our house and we see police and we know we have a 38 inside there, we're not going to go fling it through the back window and fling it over the bush.
Oh dear, man.
Before we let them in.
These arguments are erroneous.
Yes. So the problem with it now is that.
Caller? Don't know why the caller keep dropping, but yeah, caller, wrap up. We're going to go to Conrad, and we have Conrad on the line. Go ahead. Hello?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, go ahead. We're hearing you now.
If the roles had been reversed, we would have been hearing a whole lot of noise. And I stand by what anybody was saying, that what they're expecting the PNP to be doing, I don't see it, because you know what's happening? They're not going to even allow any ideas from the PNP to come in place right now, because as it is, the PNP made their points: education, crime, labor, housing, everything, and it was rejected.
Yes.
And part of the rejection was because of foul means. A lot of those votes were either bought, or people were instigated to not go to work, and that made the process falling. All right? So people need to get an understanding, and we need to put it out there. A lot of trickery, skullduggery, and foul play went in with this. And as a result, we are in what we're in right now.
All right, my brother. Thank you.
All right? Yeah, man. I respect my brother. Cool.
One love. Yeah, man. It's a whole heap of things. It's a whole heap of things. And like how I know, I have the GLP attention. I have a question for Mr. Darrell Vaz and the GLP. Let me just go to this caller quickly. Caller, good morning. Welcome.
Morning. First of all, am I live?
Yes, you're live.
All right. Good. This man I remember up on the station, but what me have to say now, you see?
Yeah.
You see the 18 year the PNP in a government?
Yeah.
Bruce Golding stay aside. That have on him daddy, MDM and them thing there.
Yeah.
And study the system.
Yeah.
And him use that system when he use and break the camel back. All right, the system when you use, you see, him take away all the things that the MP should do. First of all, him take away all those and put it under central government. Because right now, you PMP, MP them, all MP them was a carrying MP them. You see? So if you go to your MP and you can't get road and you can't get nothing like that, you come like your MP now even work for you. So the system. The only way you can get your road though is to demonstrate. Cause when a MP go take him road and bring it to the parliament, no, not the parliament, to Andrew office, cause the work agency work on the Andrew office. So when he bring it to Andrew office and him say, yeah man, him a go do it, he just a give you a word. So I don't know, you have to come back to the people and say it a go done. You know, no time when it a go done. I don't know, they tell the people to say it a go done. So come like the 63 MPs are paper MP working for the people. So that is the first thing where Andrew used, and that is the first thing where Andrew used. But it was a Bruce Golding initiative, but Bruce Golding never bring it to make it use as a politics thing. But Andrew take it in a different level and use politics with it. Cause when you ask the MP to get the road done, and now the MPs can promise you, but the MP can guarantee and tell you say it go done X and X and when. So it's coming like you have an MP when now work for you done at all. You understand me?
Okay.
So the first thing people say, boy, I don't see why MP vote. And sometimes they don't see why they don't see they bring a thing to the MP and the MP can do about it. Don't long. So Andrew use that and study the system and use that and break on the PMP because the 18 year the PMP in a power now. The PMP could have in a power next 18 year, you know. But him use the thing where PMP use as a normal thing, you know, make people and people love it. You see, so him use a thing there and stifle the PMP MP them. Because take for instance, leave Lisa Anna.
But
when him
remember,
get
say
used to them,
PNP got back in power after Bruce Golding. You know?
Yeah, but the system that never changed back. After Bruce Golding, the system that Bruce Golding put in place, it never changed back. I don't know, I get MP a $20 million for them normal spend. But to fix road and MP, it take it from MP and put back in a central government. So a central government visit the all road, MP no visit the all to fix no road. And remember say I just couple of MP can fund your daughter, your son school fee and them thing there. So you know, see why a MP I work for you.
Okay.
But when Piocha then win back, he never go back to how it was before, you know.
All
It
right.
continue how Bruce Golding and change it is. And PMP now look on that and study the system.
All right,
and
brother.
study it.
All right, we have to run. Thanks
So-
for the call. Call me tomorrow morning. We're on tomorrow morning from 9 o'clock. Yeah?
I'm 9 o'clock, all right.
Yeah, man. Call me tomorrow morning.
Yeah, man.
We can
But
have
I
a
want
longer
you
discussion.
I want you look on that. Yeah, I'll
Will
see
do.
what I have to look about. You see?
Will do.
Yeah, man.
Will do.
All right.
Blessings and thanks. That's the final call. But there are a few things I want to touch on one more time before we leave this morning. And we want to go back to what happened in the parliament on Tuesday. This was Darrell Vaz in the parliament Tuesday.
Up Roaring River, National Water Commission pump station.
Hold on.
reflect-
Let's take it back from the top. Go ahead now.
In one instance, 40 miles of lines were rebuilt with over 1,000. 5 minutes, Mr. Speaker. 5 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, the member's time for speaking has expired. We ask that it be extended by 5 minutes.
The request is on the floor. Those in favor, those against, the ayes have it. Minister, you may continue. 5 minutes.
So I'm not turning on the mic yet. We're waiting on the mic.
40 miles were rebuilt with over 1,000 poles from Ferris to Cross to Hodges, Westmoreland to St. Elizabeth, to restore just 2,000 customers. Mr. Speaker, restoration decisions are guided by societal impact, not just customer count.
So after I'm said
The
that,
importance of Roaring River, National Water Commission.
let's go to Dayton. Let's go to Dayton, Campbell. After him say all of that, Dayton rebut the whole thing.
In the statement on page 5, it says that in one instance, 40 miles of lines were rebuilt with over 1,000 poles from Ferris Cross to Hodges, Westmoreland to St. Elizabeth, to restore approximately 2,000 customers. Is the minister aware that that is a proposal and that has not yet taken place? There is no rebuilding of lines that has taken place from Ferris to Hodges in St. Elizabeth. To go further, Mr. Speaker, there is not one customer of JPS in Eastern Westmoreland that is currently with electricity. What? Not one. Of the 17,000 persons,
he's the Dayton. Hold on, the
customers
Dayton.
in
He's out. So Dayton Campbell did that, and the minister had to go back and retrack and apologize.
Information was given to me by the Jamaica Public
Hold on.
and the electricity restoration. First of all, as committed yesterday in Parliament, let me clarify a particular statement that I made in Parliament yesterday, which turned out to be erroneous information given to me by the Jamaica Public Service, where I indicated that in one instance, 40 miles of lines were rebuilt with over 1,000 poles from Ferris Cross to Hodges, Westmoreland to St. Elizabeth, to restore approximately 2,000 customers. That information was incorrect. Work has started with 100 poles that have been laid so far out of the total amount of 1,000 poles.
10%.
It's about 40 miles of roadway. So it will take some time, but again, the work has started. So I want to apologize for the misinformation that was given in Parliament, and I will make sure that it is corrected on Hansard, and also to say very clearly that the information that I stated was erroneous and incorrect. And
Thank you.
information was given to me by
Thank you,
the
Mr.
Jamaica
Vaz.
Public Service.
Thank you for correcting that. Now, I want you to also look at this.
no discussion or communication.
Hold on. Take it back.
Once and for all. The $150 billion that was asked,
I want to come right back from the top.
like I can done the argument once and for all.
This.
The $150 billion that was asked for and lent is the only thing that is on the table at this time to this government. We
Is
have
that
no
true?
discussion or communication, verbal or written, about anything other than the $150 million to bring back light by the end of January.
He's out. Is that true, Mr. Vaz? Because I want you to explain this. Hold on. Let me take Sierra.
The question about the loan to JPS, is the government prepared to lend the entire amount? I think that was your question. So the loan to JPS was $150 million US dollars, so that they could accelerate the pace at which Jamaicans get their lights back, at which businesses get their light back. Madam Speaker, already I could say to you, you don't have to worry that the government is going to lend the entire amount, right? Already our international partners have indicated that within that package that's announced, there is about $450 million for JPS. And what that will do is allow for our loan of 150 million to be repaid back to us, so we get back the liquidity.
So somebody in the Andrew Holness-led administration need to come explain that to us. What the Minister of Finance said in the Parliament. May the good Lord continue to bless and keep you. Make his face shine upon you and be gracious unto you. The Lord Jesus Christ lift up his light and give you his peace. Until we meet again tomorrow morning right here on Portland Spice TV. This is Colin Bell saying thank you for watching. Please subscribe, like, and share the channel. One love, my people. Link up tomorrow. Link up tomorrow morning.